Mr. Matthew Pennells, are you ready? All right, round of applause for Esri. Matthew Pennells? Yes, Pennells will be taking us through his presentation. And after that, stand by Martin Karanja. You'll be next.
And guys, please remember there will be workshops or are workshops happening outside. First of all, we do have Botna workshop going along. So don't forget, if you like to attend, karibu sana.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Now we've had our dancing. I'm not going to keep you long. I just wanted to share a quick story with you and some news. That one not working? Okay, we'll go with this one. No problem. So good morning. I very much like your dancing. Look good from up here. So listen, I don't know who knows Esri. Who knows Esri or who knows GIS technology? Who uses mapping? Who uses Google Maps? It's a bit like that, but a bit better, a bit bigger. But they're our friends at Google, so it's all part of an industry that talks about location. So who's used mapping to work out where this event was? Who's traveled to an airport, got a taxi, checked the route? So that's all the things that we do as human beings that are based around location. So Esri makes GIS software. It's one of the biggest GIS software companies in the world. And it's nice because we have a whole family of people that do that across the globe. And it means we get to see the different activities in different parts of the world. But this particular presentation is about something that's more focused on the regional area here. So that we call it the science of where. Everything we think about today, a lot of the challenges we've heard over the last day and a half, they have a where question. Where is the next school needed? Where should I send my health workers? How do I extract information from satellite imagery to make my decision better? So we call it the science of where, and it's the idea that you question yourself. Can you solve a problem by looking at it on a map? Can you solve a problem by working out where the population is so you know where to deliver your next service? So we challenge that. The science of where is something we leave you to ponder and always think about how location can help you understand something. I have to dance with this. So we monitor our world a lot these days. We've got so many sensors out there. People's phones are sensors. The idea being you put all that data together, you can make a lot of information, and more importantly, you can make better decisions. So our technology does this, or users like you in the room do this with our technology. You can see here that, it used to be that GIS was something you held on the desktop. You used to have the GIS person that used to do that. But since sort of the social mapping revolution, this is now people want it in their hand. So a lot of the technology that's now used is used on mobile phones, on tablets, on PCs, on laptops, on cloud, on desktop. It doesn't really matter about technology anymore. It's about using it in the way that you need to. So you can make good-looking maps like the ones here. You can make good-looking maps to do with cities, to do with rural, to do with agriculture. Something that can be applied across many, many sectors. As I know there's developers in the room, it's not just something that you can download and work with on your machines. If you want to get under the hood, you can use JavaScript to do it. You can use Python to do it. You can use Jupyter Notebooks to do it. So what was previously a desktop piece of software is now a complete platform for you to get in there and play with and use the bits that you need. So anyway, the main purpose of standing up here is twofold. Esri is becoming more heavily involved in the AfriLabs network, which we're very enthusiastic about, because we see it as a way of engaging with the broad mindset that's out there, doing all the good work that we've heard about over the last day and a half. So the Africa GeoPortal, in a nutshell, is getting access to training, data, and the technology for free for anyone working as a single user on initiatives that are based in Africa or on Africa. There's another one of these coming for Latin America, so it's just a case of dividing the world up into regions for that. Really what it is that we see as a company are barriers to entry. So at the moment, if I want to access technology, I need to be able to do that. If I want to access training, that's somewhere else. More importantly, if I want to access data, that might even cost money. There's no reason for that. We want to take away those barriers to entry. I'll tell you about it. We don't need the slides. So the Africa GeoPortal has three main components: data, learning, and the technology itself. And they can all be accessed for free. So the tools you can use are the GIS online tools, called ArcGIS Online, for those in the room that know that. For basically GIS tools that you can access over the internet. The data ranges everything from all satellite imagery covering the whole world, weather data, population data covering the whole world, things that you can delve into. You can also then bring your data to it as well. So you might go out into the field and collect data, and you can bring that in and produce analysis that may come together and create the answer that you need. And obviously training, there's no point in having technology and data unless you know how to use it, so the training is accessible as well. So the tools we've spoken about, you can do GIS mapping, you could plot the locations of health facilities, you could go out and map the road network in a local area, you could bring in weather data to predict storm surge, you could look at coastal erosion, you could look at farming, you could take data from satellite imagery to work out what crops are being used. So as from a development platform, you can get right into the detail and play with it. The Living Atlas gives you access to all the data, and the online training gives you the skills to be able to use it. So we really feel those three things, skills, data, and the technology, when come together, begin to address some of the challenges we've heard about. As the incubator side of things, as you do come up with solutions, it also then provides a platform for you guys to go and share and market that. So we have the marketplace, so if you do build technology, if you build a solution and think, this worked really well in my area, I want to see if other people could use this, you can either share it for free or for fee. So you can sell solutions that you create through the platform to other users in the continent and globally as well. And that's something that if you create, it's still your technology, we're just giving you the audience and the shopping, the supermarket to be able to go out and sell that. We're not just doing this alone in regards to the data. The data's coming from sources that we know locally, yourselves, countries, governments are sharing data for this, World Bank, United Nations, African Union, they're all putting their data into this. And also, if there's existing data sites out there, open data sites, Facebook's open data, that can all be accessed through this as well. So it's not trying to replicate it, it's like a portal of portals, so it's a Google for geospatial data across the continent. So the idea being you can access everything you need in one space for that. So I want to leave you with a bit of a challenge. My question to you, which you can answer to me directly after the session, or just want you to leave you with, is how will you use it? So what geospatial challenges can you solve using this technology? Well, I've heard some over the last few days, so I challenge you, how will you use it? If you're interested, the URLs at the bottom are there to sign up, and you get an email with how you can access the platform. So I challenge you, how can you use it? What problems can you solve with the science of where? Any questions, come and find me. Good dancing.